Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David? Great vision, David. Thank you. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll head home and take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. And for the Spurs, we've got DeRozan. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Zimonjic in at the power forward position. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason, and the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Here's Adams. Comes up empty down low. Poeltl kicks to Murray. The pass to White. Back to Murray. To the paint. White, good. White's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Spurs.
Boy, Murray's court vision, very sharp, and he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, San Antonio.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinner's the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
5 to shoot. And Poeltl pulls it down. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray finds DeRozan. The three-pointer, no good. And Clark, the act of getting dinner, sitting down to a meal. As a team, it brings people together.
It really does, guys, and I can't overstate it. When you get a chance to know your teammates off the court, it adds to your ability to play for them on the court. It can't always be just about grind, grind, grind. There has to be some compassion, some caring, some understanding, and sometimes the best places to do that are at restaurants with good food and good drink.
Here's Paul, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Adams outside. Paul with the 3. It's deflected.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Outside DeRozan. Got a piece of it and taken away by Paul.
Watch out. Go. Get it going.
Will it go? Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Paul is solid and sound in his mechanics. I mean, he gets squared up before he shoots. Really good balance and excellent follow-through.
Now here's White. Pass to Poeltl. Down low. Here's Zimonjic. Got a piece of it. Now here is Gallinari. Paul with the ball. True on the 14-footer. Paul's got 5 now.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
Pass to Pirtle. White looking around. And another turnover here by San Antonio.
All right, a chance to see stats for Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. 2nd in steals, 4th in assists, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And looking back at his number 2 steal rate, yeah, he did gamble a little bit, you're right. But he also played some hard-nosed on-ball defense, and that was key. Now, here is Gallinari. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Over Murray. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And DeRozan, here we go. And the dunk by DeRozan.
The 6'7" native of Compton, DeMar DeRozan, getting it done. Great strength there.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
One shot.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Spurs leading by 5. Pirtle dishes to White. The Spurs working the ball around now. Shot from the top of the key. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds because of his size, but just as important, his timing.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gallinari right side, kicks the ball. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Adams. 6 to shoot. Ferguson for 3.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Pirtle, the pass to Samanic. Over Gallinari. Out to White. Shoots a 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here is Gallinari. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. In the corner, Murray with it. All alone. That shot misses. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, San Antonio. Pirtle's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now the feed to White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant Clark and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
No matter what the circumstance, he seems very comfortable letting it fly.
Here's DeRozan. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws here for the night.
2.
That's good from Schroeder. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in-game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. It's a 10-point game.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Here's Man. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Aldridge trying to break free. Shot's good by Walker.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to McGee. From downtown, San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Schroeder, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Now that's a difficult shot. Tough to maintain your balance out of the spin move and still knock down the jumper.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Medu. To the paint. Walker looking for an opening. The tray. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Schroeder following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. Spurs leading by 13. Pass to Medu. Baseline jumper. Off the left rim and out.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
So it's the Spurs now. The Thunder making the shot. Johnson outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 28 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
First free throw is good. And Johnson drops them both. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Here's Johnson, the Thunder making the shot. Aldridge, the pass to Mann. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made one and missed one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
With the second effort, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got his second bucket.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here's Aldridge. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's McGee. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Spurs leading by 9. Man, he's guarded by Schroeder. Passes it to Aldridge. Now the pass to Mann. The 3. Got it off in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's San Antonio in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll return shortly. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul, and Chris talked about where all that started. And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for San Antonio, Aldridge out there with Medu, then it's Johnson, and it's Walker in at the 2.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Johnson, the pass to Aldridge. With the fadeaway. Good on the shot.
Boy, this is as skilled an inside scorer as you're going to see, folks. I mean, Aldridge has a lot of post moves.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists tonight. Spurs leading by 9. It's Aldridge, high post. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Here's Schroeder. They grab their own miss.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Walker. Goes back up. McGee's shot is off.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Walker. He doesn't hit that one. And the Thunder going the other way now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, DeMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now, here's Aldridge, following the shot by Chris Paul. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also haven't been afraid to take it strong to the hoop early on tonight. I like that.
The first free throw is good. Clark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Now here's Murray. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Pirtle. Shot clock at 6. Back to Murray. The steal. Here's Baisley. He's covered by Murray. The shot by Baisley, no good. Spurs leading by 9. Samanic passes to DeRozan. Over to the wing. From the arc. Hands it from downtown. Samanic has got 8.
Boy, nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
Pass to Baisley. Gallinari against DeRozan. And Pirtle sends it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Gallinari surveying the D.
Step out!
Murray against Paul.
What's the pick? Out!
6 on the shot clock. The shot's good.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And Murray's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Fires from deep. San Antonio getting another chance here. And it's Samanic missing. Thunder trailing by 10. Paul with the 3. DeRozan with the rebound.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For San Antonio, they have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
One shot.
Thunder trailing by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Misses off the right iron.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
You know, one of the things we've seen DeRozan do, guys, is elevate his passing game through the years. Now he's a terrific distributor at the 2-guard spot.
Here's Ferguson. No points in the game yet for him. Gallinari inside the three-point line. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Pirtle finds DeRozan. Gallinari with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Down by 15. Adams, the pass to Baisley.
Hey, turn around.
Paul outside. Fires the 3.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Murray is a spectacular talent. And when he gets going, watch out.
Passes it to Adams. Gallinari outside. Five on the clock. Can they get it? And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Now here is Pirtle. 17-point lead, their biggest. Inside. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot. Just abusing the defense down in the paint.
Paul against White. Here's Ferguson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying it. If you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
The free throw drops for Pirtle.
Boy, the shot repertoire of Jakob Pirtle, mostly 10 feet and in is his strength. He's an old school big man in every sense of the word, but efficient in what he does.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Clark at 7 feet tall. Pirtle, a live body in there.
He's live, and he's also no stiff, guys. Pirtle can catch and finish. He's active in defending, gets off the ground quickly and easily. I like his package as a big guy.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Thunder have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Two.
The first one falls.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Both shots good from the stripe. So it's San Antonio now. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Hey, close out on DeMar.
Now here's DeRozan. He's tightly guarded.
And it's like a switch flipped between quarters. He's gone from a terrific first to a scoreless second.
The pass to Gallinari. There's the 3. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Murray. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Gallinari.
You know, you look at the potential Murray has, and it's exciting, quite honestly. He's a lead guard. He plays the point, but he's more of a scorer than a distributor at this point.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And Clark coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Good on the second free throw.
DeJounte Murray played just 1 season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
Now here's Walker following the shot by Chris Paul, and it's blocked. 1:44 left here in the second. The shot off that time, so the Spurs will take it the other way. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the half. Spurs leading by 20. Murray outside. And Adams sends it back. Here's Ferguson, and it's good off the back rim and in. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Murray kicks to Pirtle. Here's Samanic. Gallinari covering. Clock at 6. 18 feet out. Chalk up 2 there. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, that's a shot some teams are willing to give Murray. The more he knocks it down, the more dangerous he'll become.
And Paul launches it from deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Spurs running away with it. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. San Antonio did not hesitate to set the pace. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch to open it up and went on a 7-0 run to start. They kept up enough momentum to close out the first quarter with a 6-point lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls. Let's go.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Taking a look at the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Ferguson in at the 3 spot. White finds Pirtle, the 11-footer. Here's DeRozan. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Shooting one.
A free throw dropped for DeRozan.
How about this, fellas? I mean, DeRozan's aerial skills, his bounce, obvious from a very young age. His first dunk came when he was in the 6th grade, and he won the dunk contest at the high school All-American game. Major bounce.
Now here's Paul. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Spurs. DeRozan leading the charge. White, good. White's got 7.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Paul for 3, hits the 3-point bomb. 8 points for him.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Oh, the lob to Gallinari. The rebound by the Spurs. Samanic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Excellent decision that time by DeRozan. No wasted time at all, and no reason to. I mean, when you're as good as he is from mid-range, let it happen.
Now here's Paul. Murray with the defensive effort.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And you know what, fellas? You've got to really, really admire somebody with the confidence to even try a pass like that.
Here's Murray. Gallinari making his last shot. Outside White. Pass to Pirtle from outside the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From past the arc. But they recover it. Gallinari dishes to Paul. Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Adams.
Hey, who got CP? Who got CP?
Shoots over Pirtle. And Pirtle sends it back. Dishes it to Murray. Releases. And another basket for San Antonio.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Paul passes to Adams. Gallinari outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pirtle. Both teams deciding to change it up. 6 to shoot. Here's Gallinari, and he gets it to go from the corner. Gallinari's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's DeRozan, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, DeRozan is deceptive in his height and quickness, so I think it makes him hard to guard, especially from this area.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
That's good from DeRozan. And he makes both free throws. And so here is Oklahoma City. Paul passes to McGee. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 17-7 run. And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. My goodness. Well, guys, we've seen DeRozan. He's got tremendous bounce, and when he's airborne, not only is he up high, he's strong while he's in the air, too. Really special.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the jumper in space. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points. San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the 3rd quarter so far. There's the pass to Johnson. Aldridge. It's good on the putback.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
McGee finds Gilgeous-Alexander. That 3 off the mark.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Aldridge, the pass to Johnson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Boy, you can't be overly aggressive with DeRozan. I mean, the second he senses and feels that you are, he'll take advantage of it.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Two.
That one is off. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. And he sinks the second.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
No good with the triple. The Spurs have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Johnson, the pass to Aldridge. The second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Johnson. Johnson's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Pass to Baisley. Nobody near Schroeder, and he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 11.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And DeRozan kicks to Aldridge. Johnson, a wide open look, tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's McDaniels. That one's not going to go. Nice D from Aldridge. Here's Medu. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Paul, cans the 12-footer. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
So dangerous in these sets. Paul is a maestro at running the pick and roll to perfection.
DeMar DeRozan on the wing. He's got 26.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
Yo, who's man this screen?
Paul passes to McDaniels. Pass to Baisley. Schroeder outside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for McGee. Good season for him last year. Last year averaged 10 points per game, 9 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Passes it to Mann. Lets a floater go. The Thunder pull it in. Here's Baisley, and again it's Oklahoma City. San Antonio's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And there's the pass to Medu. And here's DeRozan. He's guarded by Schroeder, and that one good. 30 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Pass to McGee. Schroeder outside. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Pass to DeRozan. Fades away. It's rebounded by Schroeder. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's good, 2 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
DeRozan passes to Mann. Back to DeRozan. Passes to Medu. Over Paul. A nice shot by Medu. Medu's got his second basket.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Mann. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lays it up and banks it in. Baisley's got 8 points in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Fifth is Steven Adams.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Murray outside. And the pass to Samanic. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Gallinari in the corner. Again, the Thunder score.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Back to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Samanic. Samanic has got 15.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Schroeder outside, lets it go with a 3. Doesn't go that time. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Teague, and it's Samanic in at the 4 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And stolen by Aldridge. To the left wing. Clark, do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion. Two.
No good on that one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Thunder shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Roby, pass to Dort. He kicks it to Evans. Over Teague. It's not going to go for him. And the Spurs going the other way now. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Evans. Rebounded by the Spurs. Teague left side. And Adams sends it back. To the inside. Here's Dort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are,
Take a break.
you know, a
Take
dime a
break.
dozen versus
2 shots.
8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
And he knocks down the first one. Pirtle, he's checked in for San Antonio. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Bielitsa against Walker. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Two.
First one falls for him.
And Teague is a little reserved, but he's a natural leader, a guy who commands respect, I think, on both ends of the floor.
San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Well, last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Hey, look at Pirtle, making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Schroeder passes to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Rejected by Walker. They get it back.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And he's good on the second. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Knocked loose. A nice shot by Gallinari.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Walker in the post. Gallinari covering. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Pirtle's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Shot clock at 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ferguson. Fires, high post. Almost, but it rolls out. The Spurs have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Yeah, and I like, guys, when Pirtle gets into a groove and demands the ball. I mean, he's extremely dangerous when he has the hot hand going.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. The rebound by the Spurs. Walker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Gallinari attacking. Goes up the baseline. Good as the jump shot falls. Gallinari's got 10 points in just the second half. Outside Teague. It's deflected, and they get it back. And the shot goes in.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Gallinari outside. Shoots over Pirtle. And it's Gallinari missing.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Teague with a clean look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the 3-ball is a nice weapon in Teague's arsenal. He's dangerous from out there, surprisingly so.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
To the middle. Up top, Walker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Shooting 2.
Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin, but I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. San Antonio making a switch here. Madu's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Here's Schroeder. The dish now to McGee. Pass to Dort. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good. Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dort's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League,
Isn't
so
that
it
something?
speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Good hit, man. Good hit.
Now Evans
Yo, check Tyreek.
passes it to Bielitsa. And here's McGee. He dishes it to Evans. And Poeltl sends it back.
And Poeltl deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw, good. Teague. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game, not just coaches but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself to being so popular globally.
Unloads from 13. Roby with the rebound. The Thunder shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. Here's Dort. Count it, good. Dort's got 7 points here in this quarter. And Teague's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. The pass to Aldridge. Down low, and Aldridge slams it in.
So effective in these screen and roll situations. Aldridge excels at taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Dort. Pass to McGee. Evans outside. Puts up a three. He can't hit that time.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Pass to Aldridge. The Spurs working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Teague. That shot, no good. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Passes it to Medu. The rebound by Bjelica. Bjelica's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Good on both. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Teague. Shot from free throw range. They get it again.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeMar DeRozan.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Evans. Count the basket.
Now, you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The pass to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Here's Medu. And the 3 off target.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.